Alright, what up gamers? Today we're gonna be very epic and I'm showing you this mono red mega pump deck. Very budget, $27. If you want a comparison, I'll show you. You can't even see anything else, but the last video I made, $512. The video before, well, a few videos before, 337. Like, these decks are not cheap. One of the cheapest I've showed you, 95. But now we have mono red mega pump at $27. So the deck list here, we got 4 Arcanists, 4 Pyromancers, 4 Infuriate, 4 Titan Strength, 4 Wild Slash, 4 Lightning Strike, 4 Run Amok, 4 Light Up the Stage, 4 Risk Factor, 4 Armed Dangerous. A lot of 4-ofs. Got 20 mountains. So the deck, you pretty much want Dreadhorde Arcanist, then you're gonna Mega Pump. +6/+6, turn 3, that's 7 damage on turn 3. Not only that, but you can, that's 1 mana, you can go even more. Imagine turn 1 Wild Slash, that's 2 damage, turn 2 Arcanist, turn 3 Infuriate, and turn 3 will go, turn 3 will go Infuriate and a Titan Strength. That's 6 there, plus 9, that's 10, so that you could get in like 12 damage on turn 3, and then the next turn you can do it all again. It's mega pump. Can win on turn 4 probably very consistently. I've had a deck similar. It's really fun, really good. Risk Factor, Light Up the Stage is gonna keep you going, but everything's super cheap, so nothing's very expensive. Heck, you could probably make this an Obosh deck, but Obosh is way too expensive. You know why? Because this is going to win before you can even cast Obosh, because Obosh is 5 mana. You know that? Obosh is 5 mana. You won't even need it. Did you know? Look, Obosh, right here. 5 mana. You see that? See that? 5 mana. Gonna win before then, huh? Yeah, you are. No. No, come. My goodness. So yeah, you're gonna win pretty darn quick with this deck. Be really fun to play, and only for $27, you're gonna win every game. My goodness, not every game, but still, for $27, you're gonna win a good amount of games. Best thing is, you probably have a good amount of these cards. I know I have at least 3 Arcanists. I have 4 Infuriates for sure. You could even sub out Wild Slash for Shocks, and it would be like $25, like even less. And yeah, I know I for sure have probably 12 Shocks at least. I have 4 Lightning Strikes, 4 Light Up the Stage. I definitely have 20 mountains. Like, you could probably make this deck for a good $15. Like, it's mostly commons. You want to see? Let's see. Hold on. I'll go back to the deck list. Let's see. 8 rare. 16 uncommon. 16 common. Look at that. Rares are Dreadhorde Arcanist, and also, what do you call it? Risk Factor. They're also the most expensive things in the deck. $15 might seem a lot, like, oh, I don't want to fork out $15, but that's if you're making a super expensive deck, like I'm making. I'm making this deck. I always think my decks are gonna cost less than they actually do. So I'm making this Dimir control list. And I just went out and bought $20 worth of cards, right? And then I come back and I'm like, oh, I need $40 to still finish this deck. I have $40, but I don't want to use the $40. Like, you could just be like, I just bought $15 worth of cards, I'm gonna have to buy a ton more. But no, in reality, you're not. you're gonna have a ton of the cards. And also, not only that, it's gonna cost like $10 at the most more. Like, this is the most budget you're gonna get. Like, see, let's go buy from Card Kingdom, find cards. Let's check this out. Let's see. Price is gonna be $33. Not only that, but you could probably go through here. Like, these guys go. Oh wow, I was really zoomed in there. But these guys don't always go the cheapest, because there's still those there's still the foils that they don't auto do even if they're cheaper. And so yeah, you could get them for cheaper if you really wanted. Light up the stage with the mystery boosters, but ignore me. You could probably get them for really cheap. Like, you don't need the mountains. That's $3 off of that. What else? Let's see. Is there any cheaper here? Look, there's one there, cheaper. Keep going. 63 cents. Is that really the cheapest though? Is there some foil that's cheaper? No, there's not. But you could go through here. Look, check those. No, there's not cheaper. No, there's not cheaper. But then, look, if I add them to the cart, I think, look, just went over my stuff that I had in the cart, but whatever. It's $30 for this deck. You're gonna pay $30. Not only that, if I wanted to make it, I need one of these. So I take that up. I have the light up the stage. I have infuriate. I have lightning strike. I have shocks that you can put in place of wild slash, and it's cheaper. And look, $14. Like, that is a really budget deck. I'm sorry, I'm probably being really annoying, but this is really budget deck. Also, I really love Young Pyromancer. What a great card. Whose idea was it to do this? Like, come on, especially in a deck like this. What do you want from me? Like, my goodness. Like, I really like the Chandra Spellbook one, though. If I were to get these, if I were to get this deck, I'd probably buy the Young Pyromancer, because it's $14. You can buy the pro moves. Yeah, so I'm not going to, though, but I need more deck ideas in the future, so I don't have to go all the way to TCG player. And hey, guys, TCG player is down. I know this sucks, but if you want to know your card's prices, go to the Magic decks, do whatever, pick a random deck, click on them, click on a card, and you can search up your card. Like, what do we want? We'll go Flutter Fox, just because it's the first thing I saw. You can search up your cards. Not only that, they changed it so that when you go into decks, you can't see your old decks anymore. Another way to bypass. Go to a card, push find decks, and then you're back to the old thing. Look, and search up whatever. This was mine. So these are all the former decks I made. The Mono Red Super Pump is the one I just showed you. And then I'm probably going to be having to do a good more of these. I'll probably do a video on remaking 2020 Challenger decks, just because it gets a good idea. Like, there's notes on the bottom here. I'll show you, like, just the Jeskai. Like, this is the list. You can go ahead and look at it. But, the Wizards of the Coast should have never tried making Fire's 26 Mythic list budget. So I went with budget Jeskai control. It's like $70 at most, and it's got a bunch of cheap control cards, things that you'd expect to see in their few expensive cards to put their value down, like Thassa's Oracle, 3 Fairy, just a bunch of things that you'd expect to see in these. Like, you'd expect to see some temples. I mean, they're cheap lands, like, even just all temple based. But this looks like a viable challenger deck. But I'll make a separate video, probably upload later. I know no one watched through, but thanks anyways.